Good evening. The large amount of snow we had this year, followed by a quick thaw, means a reserve just north of Lloydminster is preparing for the worst. The Onion Lake Cree Nation is trying to keep the spring runoff at bay and avoid a large-scale evacuation. Kim Smith was there this afternoon and has the details.
Roads are washed out in various parts of the reserve. One elderly family had to be evacuated to Lloydminster because they couldn't access their home over the weekend, and 3 other families are on standby. Onion Lake has declared a local state of emergency, but officials of the Cree Nation say the worst is yet to come.
We are looking at everything by hourly. We are checking the local forecasts in the area, and hopefully the weather will cooperate with us to mitigate all the resources and responses that we do have.
The weather over the next 4 days will determine whether more roads like this will be washed out. Officials say the work that crews are doing right now is crucial to ensuring that residents have access to their homes.
As of Wednesday afternoon, access to all areas of the reserve remained open, but some detours were in effect. The coordinator for emergency response says about 50 residents could be under threat if crews are unable to keep the detours available.
We are trying to deal with the floodwaters as they come and try to handle everything with the inside resources. We do have contact with Red Cross if we need to evacuate.
He says the Red Cross is ready to house about 200 residents at Lakeland College if needed. Right now the priority is keeping the roads open, and they are looking for residents to help out.
We do need sandbaggers. We do need people to prepare barriers, as well as possibly operating machinery if they are required to do so.
Over the past couple of years, certain areas on the reserve have been prone to flooding, but this year the problem is more widespread.
So we're going to have to take a proactive approach next year to try mitigate the response in the areas.
At this point, schools and businesses are not threatened as the flooding is mostly out in the fields and near the roadways. Kim Smith, Newcap News.
Meantime, another reserve east of Lloydminster has also declared a state of emergency. Rising floodwater has forced more than 50 people from their homes on the Poundmaker First Nation. We'll open any newspaper in the province and you're bound to find listings for mechanics, welders and pipe fitters, just to name a few. Trades are in high demand from Saskatchewan to BC, and it doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. Thousands of high school students from around the region made the trip to take part in the 4th annual Try a Trade Expo here in the border city. Bart Pediasic reports.
The corridors of the Alberta building were packed with fresh-faced students, all trying to figure out what trade is right for them. They got a chance to get a hands-on experience through various demonstrations from local companies. And it wasn't that long ago when 22-year-old Nathan Blankenstein was in the same position.
I started in about grade 10 or 11, starting summer jobs, collecting hours and money through high school, and then when I got out of high school I was put right into the apprenticeship program, and I was a journeyman when I was 20.
Lloydminster Construction predicts there will be up to 120,000 new trade positions available by 2015 in Western Canada. That's something that Blankenstein is banking on.
Western Canada is expanding. Roads, townships are growing. We need houses and everything, so there's job openings everywhere. Whatever you need, there's 50 trades. You can go anywhere. There's always job postings. According
to a representative from Lakeland College, the local industry tells them they can't keep up with demand.
They're not giving us numbers other than the shortage, and just really crying the need for skilled, trained workers in the areas of a welder, electricians, instrumentation.
Although the college has seen some cuts from the Alberta government, it's the trade program that continues to grow.
Alberta Apprenticeship have granted us a few hundred more seats in the specific trades. So welding, for instance, have gone up approximately 200 seats for next year. So we'll be seeing a lot more apprentices on campus.
In the meantime, Blankenstein hopes to take his trade to the next level.
Possibly own a business. I'm looking into doing another trade just because it's fun to learn and it's always good to diversify your career.
Bart Pediasic, Newcap News.
Families looking to enroll their child in school at an early age now have the opportunity to do so. Ecole Sans Frontières will be introducing new early childhood services in the border city. The francophone school is the only institution in Lloydminster that will offer full-time pre-kindergarten 5 days a week.
Actually, anybody who is committed to having their child educated in French in a francophone establishment would be admitted.
It is free of charge to current students at Ecole Sans Frontières. Now, Thériault says the decision to introduce these services came from the success of a pilot project in Regina.
The more doors you open for children, the better it is. And this is certainly an opportunity that parents in our community have now to ensure that a quality bilingual education is provided to their children.
The school is currently taking registrations for September. Now, for more information, you can call the school. It's Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month, and the MS Society here in the border city have some events planned to shed light on the silent disease. Kyle Gallagher reports.
Today is the first day of May, meaning it's the first day of MS Awareness Month.
A month dedicated to raising more public awareness about the disease, and that's also marked by a few special events that we have planned to help keep that awareness up throughout the course of the month.
The Lloydminster chapter of the MS Society kicked off its awareness campaign a few days early with the 15th annual MS Interflex Walk this past weekend. Over 400 people took part in the walk. A flag-raising ceremony took place at City Hall today to officially launch MS Awareness Month.
Our goal is to have everyone aware of this disease and to remember those living with this disease any time of the year and to do what they can to support them.
We're delighted to be able to raise the MS flag for MS awareness.
The MS Carnation campaign will then run from May 9th to 11th.
It is the MS Society's longest standing fundraiser, so there's a lot of history to the event, and it's also our heaviest volunteer-driven event.
Volunteers are the backbone of the MS Society.
I think it's so inspiring to see people living with MS, fighting the good fight, and every day they come out to show their own support, to be leaders in the fight against MS by volunteering, by fundraising. So they are truly our inspiration and they drive everything that we do.
Mayor Mulligan believes the different initiatives throughout the month helps encourage people to support those with MS.
Well, they're rally points, right? You get an opportunity to bring people together. It energizes them to help with the cause.
And the MS Society is thrilled with all the support the border city gives it.
The support that this community extends to us continues to move and inspire us. It's amazing. Every time we put out the call, this community answers in an astounding way.
Living with MS is a difficult affliction. So any awareness we can create, any collective goodness we can create in terms of finding a solution or supporting the people that have it in Lloydminster is welcome.
Anyone interested in volunteering is encouraged to contact the MS Society. Kyle Gallagher, Newcap News.
French culture was front and center at Jack Kemp School this week. Les Boucherons is the celebration of traditional French-Canadian culture, and students were eager to learn more through song and dance. Here now is this week's Beyond the Classroom.
The French classes at Jack Kemp School had a different twist to them this week. Taking part in a French line dance was one of the few activities these kids were a part of.
You stand facing a partner and you hook arms and you go around in a circle with them and you do both arms. Then you do a do-si-do.
Les Boucherons is a program that teaches students the history behind traditional French-Canadian culture. The kids brushed up on their dancing and singing. So kids, which one did you prefer?
So would you rather line dance or sing?
Line dance.
And why is that?
I'm not good at singing.
Dancing.
It was the line dancing?
Yeah.
And why is that?
Because it's kind of fun.
What do you prefer more, the dancing part or the singing part?
Dancing.
The dancing part, why is that?
Because I took dance for 5 years and I'm good at dancing.
Ian Bordius is part of a duo from the Edmonton area that travel across the province, sharing their love of their heritage with others.
We have a goal to make sure that the French songs and that the dances are restored into the next generation, and I'm doing everything I can to make sure that it's getting placed into each school as well as I can, and that people see it and don't forget it.
After the dance and song lessons, the entire school packed into the gym for the final presentation.
Who had the bright idea for the name of this country? Perhaps the native people, not intentionally. It could have been named something weird, something like Canada.
As for these students, this lesson in Canadiana is one they will not forget.
It's a talking beaver. I wonder if he knows French. How do you say